What's up, everyone? Welcome to Keeping It Real, IGN's movie show. Jim Vavida, Terri Schwartz here. We got a lot to talk about this week, but we're going to start with something that is reportedly going to get a movie.
The most important news of the week.
The most important. It's sweeping the nation. We're talking about Pokemon Go. Holy crap, people.
The hardest thing about this hour of recording Keeping It Real is that I'm not sitting at my desk staring at my phone waiting for an Eevee, Pidgey, or Ekans to pop up in our radar.
That literally means nothing to
me. It means nothing, though Jim did help me catch a Golbat or a Zubat on the Ghostbusters premiere red carpet, which I am deeply indebted.
And we will talk about Ghostbusters in full spoilerish detail at the tail end of this show. But let's talk about Pokemon Go. In that Deadline reported yesterday that Legendary, the production company behind the Nolan Dark Knight movies and Warcraft, are back to the negotiating table. Back to the negotiating table, trying to get the movie rights to Pokemon, and they want to do a Pokemon Go movie, which begs the question: how the hell do you turn Pokemon Go into a movie? Terri Schwartz, thoughts?
Well, the whole idea of like this reinvigorating the fight for a live-action Pokemon movie and the rights to that just makes me laugh.
Movie, yeah,
because like it just goes to show how quickly Pokemon Go has taken over everything. It just launched Friday, and by Tuesday the rights were being like fought over again, and it's made like $14 million. It's made Nintendo something like close to $10 billion at this point. It has more active users than Twitter. It's insane. If you see people walking around like zombies staring at their phones more than they usually are, it's because they're trying to catch Pokemon in augmented reality.
You know what hit me though last weekend was that Stephen King movie Cell came out, kind of whimper and a bang there, whimper not a bang, and it's all about how a cell phone signal turns people into zombies. And I'm like, the fact that it opens up basically the same time Pokemon Go has done that to people, I thought was an irony that was not lost on me. I don't know if anyone else
and so to get back to your question, like how do you make a live action Pokemon movie? I don't think you do. Like I am a fan.
But they're going to,
But
Terri.
they want to. And they made a Lego movie, and how do you make Lego into a movie? Well, Lord and Miller did an amazing job. Pokemon though, like to me the reason why Pokemon Go is such a hit is it takes what people love about the Pokemon franchise, catching Pokemon, being a Pokemon trainer, and really simply implements it into your life using augmented reality, like the first real implementation of augmented reality that is broadly appealing. And you go around, you catch them in your life. It's so simple in its concept and execution, even though it's buggy and crashes all the time. And I think but again, we see it works for the user because you're seeing the Pokemon, it's in your head, you can immerse yourself into this world and pretend that there are Pokemon all around you and probably flying right behind you, and I do.
And Joshua Yale, our comics editor, are like obsessed with it.
I've took my first lunch break since starting at IGN to walk around and try and catch Pokemon, and we made a lot of friends on our walk. But the thing about the movie is that it's not going to be the same immersive experience. And while Pokemon works as a video game and it works as an animated series of movies, I just don't see you being able to cross that sort of like uncanny valley of believability to bring like CGI Pokemon.
It could be a kid-friendly Matrix where you're going into this.
Yeah, it could. And I mean, I honestly, I think you're going to get into like the whitewashing of it all, depending on how you cast it. Like, I think the Japanese film industry would probably be able to get away with it better in the same way that they've made live action versions of anime better than we will. But I don't see that being a movie that is easily made live action. I can see it coming out closer to Pixels than anything else. I can't really think of any
So
other
you don't think there's any way that they could do it where the basic story is live action people playing this game, but somehow it's mirroring what's going on, and maybe there's two movies going on.
But I mean, you've seen us. You see, maybe you get like sucked into the game or something like that. But again, it's so funny because it's just so meta. I personally can't wrap my head around how this movie would be anything more than a catcher.
Pleasantville, but with video games.
Pleasantville, but with Pokemon would actually be a sort of funny pitch, but I just, even like bringing these very iconic creatures, like even you could probably pick Pikachu out of a lineup of weird yellow mice. But like there's such sort of iconic creatures and so round and cuddly or whatever that I can't imagine them coming into a movie that you're supposed to buy, that Pokemon are real and these are creatures that we humans care about. You see stuff like the Pokemon Go commercial that was released, and in even that, there's still like people are reacting like, oh my god, it's crazy, Pokemon are real.
You could do it
which I
like
don't think
Ted,
you could do.
and it turns out he's just this really vile.
Maybe, but it just, I don't know. I just
Smurfs
can't.
movies, as bad as they were, at least the first one was successful, and that mixed live action and CG animated.
I'm certain it will be successful. I'm just not convinced that it will be good, whatever they end up doing. And apparently Max Landis is someone who's been, apparently his name is in the mix as someone who's been talked to about it. But yeah, I think why
Hero
Pokemon
Chronicle and Victor Frankenstein.
Yes, and
a
American
lot of other
Ultra.
ones. Yeah.
But yeah, I think the reason why Pokemon Go, the game, is such an instant success is because of the way it very smartly incorporates Pokemon into our everyday life and uses that augmented reality to make you feel like, you know, they're a part of that world.
Right.
And I don't see any way that a movie can successfully do that. I'll probably be biting my tongue in 2 years and completely proven wrong.
Here's how Pokemon, which again, I'm not playing it, has invaded my life. I took 2 blackberry flavored gummy bear melatonin last night and dreamt about this purple little Pikachu looking thing dancing and running through a poppy field. I'm not even kidding. So that's my
Pikachu
Pokemon Go.
thing. You make me smile. Wow. That's funny. I like, my goal in life is to teach you about Pokemon.
They sell these gummies over the counter, people. That's some trippy stuff.
That is trippy. So yeah. It's funny you were like,
I don't see a way that they can make this movie work, really.
I don't see a way that they can make a live action version of Pokemon work.
Okay. Well, we want to know, what do you folks think? You got any ideas that maybe Legendary could, how Legendary could pull this off? Let us know in the comments. And obviously, for all things Pokemon Go, you keep it here on IGN.
Yes.